Hey, welcome back to Sales Daily with Joshua Mba. Welcome to this episode. I'm going to continue my series on phone closing.
Hey, welcome everyone, welcome everyone, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for joining me all tonight. Depending on where you're watching from, I would like to know where you are watching from. Welcome, 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 welcome everyone. Those watching me on YouTube, on wherever you're watching me from, welcome. I really want to celebrate you all for joining me tonight. In the very few minutes, I'm not going to take a lot of time tonight. Tonight's going to be strategically, we're going to be working seriously with time. I'll be spending just about 1 hour tonight to share something very, very, very important. But in the next few minutes, I would just like us to take the link and share it everywhere. All right? Share it everywhere. Just take the link and share it everywhere. Let every other person that needs to be here join us. Share it with your contact list. Share it everywhere, everywhere. I'm sharing right now. Depending on where you're watching from, depending on where you're joining me from right now, there is a link on the comment section. That's the YouTube link. I just dropped it in the comment section. Wherever you are, copy the link and begin to share. I'm actually going to share it right now. This is my phone. I'm just going to copy the link and share with my audience on Facebook and every platform. Share it on my status. Tonight is so strategic. We'll be sharing something that really doesn't have to do with sales and business. We are going to discuss something that has to do with our life. I can see you, Irima. Thank you for joining from Port Harcourt, Joshua. I can see if you can. If you have joined this live call, just drop a comment where you are watching from. And we're going to start off very quickly. We're not waiting for anybody. Tonight is not a night where I'm coming to pitch or talk about sales or business. Tonight is here I'm going to talk about something that has to deal with our life as individuals, something that has to do with our growth system. So it's more like a personal development section. I want you to copy the link. It's in the comment section right now. Just give me some minutes. I would just want to copy the link too, and share with my audience, share with everybody, everywhere. I'm sharing it everywhere. Oh, thank you guys for joining. Clifford, I can see from Lagos. Thank you for joining. I'm just sharing the link right now. So just give me a moment. You can share the link together with me on all possible platforms. All right. All right. Join me in. Let's go. Share the link everywhere. Tonight we'll be talking about something very strategic. I don't know if you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, comment. I can hear you. Comment. I can hear you. Comment. I can hear you. That way I will know you're hearing me loud and clear. Tonight we'll be sharing something very strategic, something that I know that has to do with a lot of person. In fact, it has to do with our totality and personality. It has to do with our interaction with our growth system. If you can't hear me, comment. I can hear you. It's going to be a very powerful session tonight. Very powerful session and very strategic at the same time. Very powerful and very strategic. Very powerful and very strategic. Wherever you are right now, join in. Keep joining. Awesome. Joshua can hear me. Keep joining and just share the link. Tonight we are going to share. I'm going to share something very strategic with us all. And while I'll be sharing that, I would like you to get your writing materials ready. Right? Some people will be joining us to watch the playback after now, but just get your writing materials close by, and we are going to begin right away. We are going to begin right away. Awesome. Tonight, I'm going to show us the 5-step framework to fasten your next phase. That's what I'm going to teach tonight. Very, very simple, but very strategic. We have started. I'm actually not waiting for anybody. We have started. I'm actually not waiting for anybody. 5 steps. All right. Just give me a minute, guys. Oh, Jesus, help us tonight. I'm going to share with you 5-step framework to fasten your next level. I'm going to show you how to alter the delicate balance of your current phase and call forth your next big phase. This is a burden in my heart. You see, this is something that doesn't really concern my personality. People know me as a salesperson, as a sales funnel guy. They know me for stuff that has to do with sales and internet business and all of that. Well, that's fine. but this came as a burden. And one of the promises I made myself was that at any point in my growth system that it's laid in my heart to do something, I'm going to make sure I do it. I'm going to make sure I do it. And this came as a burden. That's why I'm doing it. I'm using all my resources, everything, my channel, my platform to speak this thing. And I'm very sure that tonight, someone will leave here blessed. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, guys. Let me just drop this link with people on our different platforms, okay? Great. Now, I'm going to share 5-step framework to fasten your next level. If you're ready for this, comment I am ready. Courage, welcome. Welcome. I can see you in the comment section. You are watching us from Facebook. Awesome. Comment, I am ready. If you're ready for tonight's session, if you're ready for this, comment, I am ready. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Wow, people are still joining. The next 1 minute, I'm going to kickstart. I'm going to show you guys how you can discover one of the powerful reasons why you are not seeing a massive move in what you are doing. One of the powerful reasons why you're not seeing. So after tonight's session, my goal tonight is to show you how you can move from where you are to the next big phase. That's my assignment tonight. Where you are to the next big phase. So why, the first question is, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I taking my time to show you guys all of these things? Why am I even teaching something that is not about sales? Why am I doing that? And, oh Jesus. Why am I doing that? That's a lot of questions you'll be asking. Why would Joshua want to talk about such a thing? It's because the truth must be told. We have to share this truth. I've met a lot of you based on, because of the fact I interact with a lot of people, I've actually come across a lot of people who are stuck in a particular phase of their life. When I'm talking about being stuck in a particular phase, I don't mean you are not doing your business, you are not selling your digital products, you're not selling your e-commerce products, you're not selling your affiliate products, you're not doing all of those XYZ stuff. I mean, you're at a point in your life, some things you know inside is not moving the way it needs to move. And life is in process. I'm going to show you what I'm about to share tonight is going to be very fast. The next 30 minutes I might be done. Those who want to join late might not get what we'll be sharing. The next 30 minutes I might be done. But I guarantee you what I'm about to show you is going to change a lot of stuff for you. Get your writing materials. I'm going to share a couple of things with us in this call right now. Are we ready? Oh, Jesus. Are we ready? I feel like somebody needs to, there's one more person that needs to join this live call before I start. There's one more person to join this live call. Now, let's get started. Why am I doing this? What's my goal tonight? My goal tonight is very, very simple. My goal is that after tonight's session, you can fast track and attract your next big phase. You can fast track and you can also attract the next big phase in your life. That is what I'm here to do tonight. If I achieve this in this night, then my purpose of having this live session has been achieved. And one of the things I'm very sure and certain, those watching from YouTube, those watching from Facebook, I am very, very sure, very, very sure. Some person who will be watching the playback later will be wowed. A lot of things will be disrupted in your life cycle. Let's get started very quickly. No time. Let's get started very quickly. All right. There are fundamental laws I would like to share with you all in tonight's session. Jerry Roos, welcome. Everybody, welcome. Let's get started. Start writing these things down. There are fundamental laws that is very, very powerful for every phase of life. Number one law is, to everything there is time and season. Understand, it is not about whether you believe it or not. Everything on earth, I will be showing you proofs. I'm not going to, don't listen, tonight's session, hey, tonight's session is not going to be as regular as possible. It's going to be very strategic. What I'm about to show you is a secret that great men are using. I've also applied it in my life. I've taught it a couple of times to my mentees, my inner circle mentees. They have applied these things and they have seen massive change in their life. To everything in life, there is time and season. I know you all know that. Number two is, you can't skip process. I want to lay this foundation because this is a foundation I'll be teaching on tonight. This is the foundation I'll be teaching on tonight. The foundation of everything I'll be teaching tonight. This is the core. This is the foundation. Number three is, life from creation was patterned to work in process. Life from creation was patterned to work in process. So everything about life is in time and season. And secondly, you can't skip process. But it's good you know that everything about life from creation was patterned to work in process. And I'm going to prove this into you guys shortly. I'm going to prove it very, very quickly right now. I'm going to prove it to you all very quickly. Are we following? If you can see me loud and clear, say I can hear you. If you want me to show you this, how these laws play out, I'm going to show you very quickly. I'm just trying to lay a foundation, a proper foundation to what I'll be teaching tonight. That's what I'm doing. All right. I want to lay a proper foundation on what I'll be teaching tonight. Are you guys with me? Wow, welcome. More persons have joined. Awesome. Welcome. Those on Facebook, everywhere, welcome. These three laws is statutory. Like there is no way in the universe these three laws change. Whether you're a good person, a bad person, or an awesome person, these laws are statutory. But let me prove to you something very important while we continue. Follow me. I'm going to tell you a very little story, and this is a story that proves that life was patterned to work in process. Everything about life is in process. There is no way you can skip it. Whether you are a big person or a small person or a middle class or nobody, even if you're a baby, life process must play out. Let me tell you a little story. Story number one. There is an animal called butterfly. We all know the butterfly, right? A butterfly follows 4 processes to become a butterfly. In fact, it takes it 1 month at an average. All right, it takes 1 month. This is from research. You can Google some of these facts. It's basically from research. It takes a butterfly 1 month to move from the stage of egg to the stage of adulthood when it fully becomes a butterfly. Work with me closely tonight. I want to show you something amazing. Work with me. Follow me again. 1, it takes a butterfly just a month to move from the stage of egg to larva to pupa and then to adult. But the most interesting part of it is that a butterfly was never born or brought into existence as a butterfly. It has to move from the stage of being an egg, incubate, and then turn into larva. Then from there it gets to pupa stage, and then at the end of the day it becomes an adult. From analysis, we are made to know that at the egg stage, it takes about 3 to 7 days for you to move from the egg stage to the next larva stage. But my focus tonight is not to talk about the egg stage or this, but I just want to show you that life down to a butterfly was made to be in process. Follow me carefully tonight. Second illustration, it takes 5 years. There's this tree called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree, some of you know this story. Follow me carefully. The Chinese bamboo tree, it takes 4 years for it to grow. You plant it right now, in the next 4 years, it's not going to grow. It's not going to grow beyond a particular, I don't know the specific height, but it's not going to go above that. For 4 years, the Chinese bamboo tree remains at its height. But on the 5th year, in less than 6 weeks, it's going to grow for 90 feet. That is the process. Process number 1 in the life of a butterfly. Follow me carefully. I want to show you what life really is and how process and how you are going to untap the next phase, your big phase. That's what I'm going to show you tonight. So make sure you follow me carefully. Now, the third phase is I'm going to share something very strategic. Jesus Christ, we all know probably, lived his life for 30 years, and after 30 years, he used just 3 years of his existence to fulfill his mandate. So his process was 30 years preparation, 3 years fulfillment, and after 3 years of fulfilling that assignment, the impact of what he did in 3 years, we are yet to recover from it today. I've given you 3 illustrations that shows that life is in phases. 3 illustrations. Life is in phases. Process. The 5-step framework to unlock the next big phase. I've been able to establish the fact that first, I gave you 3 laws at the beginning of this session that life is in phase, right? And number 2, I showed you that life is in processes as well. There are processes to life. There's for every pattern that was orchestrated by God, who is the creator of all things. For every pattern that God himself brought into existence, he made it to be structured and patterned in process and in phases. So those processes are structured in phases. So these phases are stages of growth. That is why they'll give birth to you, become a baby, you go through childhood, adulthood, that you mature, at the end of the day you die. This is process. For every part of that stage. There's a stage of childhood, there's a phase of childhood, there's a phase of adulthood, All of these things are structured and patterned by God. But now I'm going to show you a 5-step framework to unlock the next big thing in your life, the next big phase. But before I show you this 5-step framework, I want to establish the facts for you all tonight. Please, if you can see hear me, I would like to get a comment that you can hear me loud and clear. Comment an emoji or something that will make me know that you hear me loud and clear. Oh, so just before I show you this framework, I want to establish fact. Everybody on planet Earth has a phase in life. That is exactly why you can look at somebody like me now. You say, Joshua Mba, hey, Joshua is doing CS funnel, he's doing this, he's a software developer, he's building out products and services, he's doing this in his workspace. You see some of the things I share on my social media and do, be like, Joshua is doing this, Joshua is doing XYZ. That is a phase of my life. And at a particular point, I'm going to exit this stage. I'm going to leave this stage. I'm going to leave this phase and move on to the next phase. If you knew me by this time last year, you will discover also, excuse me. If you knew me by this time last year, you will discover also that there was a phase I was operating on. And let me tell you this, note this in your book while you're writing down things. Every phase works with a dimension of authority. I'm saying this fact. Note this, every phase in your life works with a dimension of authority. That means that there was a phase. I'm going to use my business lifestyle, right? I'm going to use my business lifestyle to share something with you. There was a phase in my life, where I could only command 10 persons. I could have influence only on 10 persons. There was a phase in my life I could have influence on only 20 persons. There was a phase in my life I could have authority to command things to happen within the jurisdiction of those 10 to 15 persons. But there is a phase in my life that I'm going to get. So if you look at people like my mentor, Christiani, who is commanding the audience of thousands of people, he's working under the influence of that authority because of the dimension he's operating on. I'm going to break this thing down for people so that when you are seeing people excelling and being successful, it's not about what they labor to become. It's about this life structure and laws that they followed. I'm about to show you that very soon. So that's what I'll be sharing, the 5-step framework I want to share with you all tonight. So that 5-step framework I want to show you how you're going to move from where you are. First, you need to know where you are right now, understand where you need to be, and unlock that pathway for yourself. All right, so let's get started very quickly. Let's get started. Let's go. All right, I'm going to share my screen again. Now I'm going to show you the 5-step framework to unlock the next big phase of your life. Are we ready? If you're ready for this 5-step framework, I'd like to get a comment. I am ready. I promise you all that tonight's session is not going to be a long time. I'm not coming here to say, I'm just going to drop this. And I know when I had this burden to do this thing to this night, I was very sure that God himself wanted me to do it, even if it's for one person. I know there's someone that needs this life call tonight that needed to really move on to the next phase of their big thing happening, right? I don't know who the person is. It might just be one person that I just able to do a live session, but I know that person will hear this, watch this video, and really see something massive. If you're ready, comment I am ready. Awesome. You guys are ready. Very quickly, I'm going to show you the first phase. It's not a long process tonight. It's just for us to share this. Phase number 1 is on the screen right now. Understand and uncover purpose. That's the first phase. That's the first step. If you really want to unlock the next big thing, see, every man you are seeing successful right now is feeling purpose. That is the fact. No matter whether the person is a bad person or a good person, they are often feeling purpose. Everybody you see right now doing great things, you're admiring them, you're doing amazing things, they're simply feeling purpose. So, but the problem is that I'm speaking this because I'm also a young person. It is seen among young people because at this phase of our life is the level we have to make a lot of decisions. A lot of young persons are still struggling to uncover and understand what their purpose is, because when you don't understand your purpose of existence, of course you are going to you keep floating. Today you are doing this one, it's successful, it's pushing up, people will see for this. Tomorrow, when I say this, I'm not talking about business only. I'm not talking about business. It can be lifestyle, it can be location, it can be whatever it is. You are this place today, next you are here, you really don't know where you're heading to. You don't even understand what you are doing and how it's going to benefit you when you are getting older. All we just want to do is instant. I posted something on my Facebook at that time. I said young people have failed to understand that instant gratification is not the way. We the young people, I'm also a young person, we have failed to understand that instant gratification is not the way. Instant gratification is when you want to make money right now. The goal is money. I want to do this. But the goal of everything is we must be fulfilling is the fulfillment of purpose that resources you attract resources. You attract human support. You attract people who are going to connect with you and support you. You attract every possible thing that nature has prepared for you. So when you came into existence, there was a law that was in existence even before you came. That law was everybody that is brought into this dimension. Let me give you guys a little backdrop. So we were structured into realms. The action which we are all operating in, I'm going to dive a little bit. I'm going to sound probably more spiritual this night, maybe a little bit spiritual, but I feel I want to pass something. Just follow me carefully and follow. So we are brought into this earth realm. We know about the universe, right? We are brought into this earth realm, and this earth realm itself has a law that is guiding it. Whether you are X or Y or Z, the law stands. Nature made that law. You can literally say it's God that made that law. It's invoked. And if you play against any of the laws, it reverts. Some people call it different names for different kinds of belief systems, but that is fact. But one of the fundamental laws that holds for every case scenario is that when a man discovers purpose and is fulfilling purpose, everything in his resources, human effort, whatever he needs, begins to come to him. So that's why you hear people say, I am attracting wealth, I'm attracting resources, I'm attracting XYZ. That is just it. So first step to understanding and unlocking your next big phase, first you need to understand your purpose, man. Why are you here? So it's a big question that a lot of persons have not answered as at their stage of life. Why am I here? What am I doing here? Why am I here? What is my life about? Why am I still existing? Why didn't I just die yesterday? Why am I existing? These are questions you need to ask yourself. So my dad told me a story one day. I'm going to share this story with you all. My dad told me a story one day. Told us, he has shared this story a lot of times on different platforms. My dad is a medical doctor by profession. Some of you might not know him, but we'll talk a little bit about him. He's a medical doctor by profession. So, but when he was in medical school, he was sharing with us some time ago. When he was in medical school, I've forgotten the particular, I think it's level 300 or 400. That was many years ago in Unilag. He actually went to Unilag anyway. So they gave them, they told them, okay, we're going to share you guys, medical school, we're going to share you guys into different sections. We're going to share you 1, 2, 3, 4 in this group, how to share groups in our institution. They were like, okay, we're going to share you guys in groups. And then for each group, we're going to give you a dead body. There were 3 persons in each group. We're going to give you guys a dead body. And your assignment I'm talking about medical school. I don't know if they still do it right now, but then they'll give you a dead body and tell you, you're going to dissect, all right? Is it bisect? Whichever one, you're going to dissect and bisect, I guess, these bodies for the next weeks. I think it was about 3 months or so. So when you want to dissect the brain, you open the brain, you study the brain, all the nervous systems, everything, you dissect the tissue, the body, you know how medical school is. So they shared those things to them. My dad, that was his first time was saying after the Civil War, that was another time he was just encountering a dead body. They shared it, dead body, license, it's not like this, medical school. So they assigned this dead body to them, and 2 other guys who were in his team, there were 3 for each team. 3 other guys were in his team. They were like, okay, we told them, okay, so we are going to do this thing. One of the persons who were in his team ran away and left medical school. Was like, there's no way you can touch a dead body. That was how one of them ran away, But the funny thing is that fast forward, when they decided to now start working on the dead body, right? Start bisecting, doing those anatomical analysis and understand how the body is and all of those XYZ stuff. Do you get? Now, he said the first day he took off that body, he opened the body, dead body, a huge, hefty man, dead, body lying on the bed, on the whatever it was, and it was time for him to open up the body. Remember, this was medical school, so he had advantage. So I don't know if you guys are following me. Medical school, you are licensed to do that. It's part of the learning process. He said he was looking at this body the first day. You open his, they call it I forgot, is it spacement or what? You open it, you go back. Second day, 3 days, for 1 week, he could not even work on that body. And he asked a question. I'm sharing this testimony. Let me make my face full screen. He now asked himself 3 questions. He said, was it once upon a time that this dead body was living on planet Earth? This is somebody who maybe when he was alive, he was kicking out, he was, maybe who knows the kind of life that he lived, but at that point in time, he was lying there. I don't know why I'm sharing this story, but I want to share something with you. I don't know who this message is for. I want to share it. He said, at this phase, you could slap that body, you could kick the body, can even throw away the body. He could do anything to it because that guy's life was no longer there. He was dead. And the last question he asked, and since he shared his testimony, this question keep ringing in my mind. He said, when this guy was alive, when he had breath to do anything he could do, was he really fulfilling the purpose why he came on earth? And this is a simple question that we face. There's no way you can run away from this thing, people. There is no way. There is no way you can run away from. It's a big question. So one day I locked up myself in a room and I was like, Joshua, you need to answer this question. Why are you on earth? So why I'm saying this is because some of the things you are seeing me do right now, for those who follow me, I guess most of you are on my YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. You follow me in some places, you see what some of the things I do. Some of these things I do, I'm not just waking up to do them. I'm doing it because it has to do with me fulfilling why I am on earth. That is exactly why when you hear people say, don't copy anybody, don't do what people are doing, is because my assignment is different. What I'm doing on earth is different from what you are doing. So this positions you to understand, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I am meant to do and was born to do, and this is what I'm going to do, this is the pathway. So this first step makes you uncover the pathway you are going to walk in. I'm going to show you, don't miss step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. It's very strategic. But this step 1 is something you must answer as a person. There is no, whether you are doing business or you're not doing business, you are doing that, you are doing the other thing, you need to define your purpose. Why are you here? And the amazing thing about understanding this step is that when you pin, this is look at what I wrote. I said pin the phase you are in this journey. When you discover your purpose and why you are here, now look at your life right now and know where you are in the roadmap of your purpose. I'm going to show you something very, very shortly. So my purpose is to, let's say for example, my purpose is to do XYZ stuff. And I need to look at the journey map. If it's to become, I'm going to use something abstract, okay? I'm going to use something abstract. Let's say my purpose is to become a president. It's totally off it, right? I'm just using it as an abstract. Now, my purpose is to become a president. And right now, I know I'm not even a governor. I'm not even a local government chairman. I'm not even my way around politics. Of course, I need to be in politics to become the president, right? I'm no way around it. That means in my journey map, in the journey of me fulfilling purpose, I am still backward. I'm not even taking a major first step. The major first step is for me to get ready with leadership skills, right? Probably then get into politics and start with basic offices and then scale up to becoming a president. Do you get that? I'm using this as an example, right, guys? Now, if I take my purpose map, if I take my purpose map and I discover that where I am now is I'm actually off the road to me fulfilling purpose, then I will have to check. This is the starting point. This is the starting point. So you need to check when you discover why you are here on earth, whether you want to become big. Dangote, as a matter of fact, is fulfilling purpose. Buhari, our president, is fulfilling purpose. Fact, his purpose. There is no turning back to his purpose. Discover your purpose and now pin where you are in your journey. If it's in the journey of your life fulfilling purpose, you discover that you are not even started, then you know that you are not even started. I don't know you guys if you are getting me. Let me show you step 2. Then you begin to understand more. Don't worry, by the time you get to the end of those steps, you're going to get it. Step 2 of this framework. Discover the pathways, lessons, experience required to get to the next phase of purpose. Now, remember, step 1 is you discover your purpose and then know where you are in fulfilling that purpose. Now, step 2 is understanding the pathway. I'm going to share something with you all. Sorry, I made a mistake in the spelling of experience. It should be X before P. Sorry for that typo error. Now, I'm going to share something with you all very quickly now. So when I started off initially, I'm going to use my business story life because that's mostly what many of you may have seen or know about me, right? You know, this guy is doing XYZ, he's into this kind of business, he's in sales and all of that, right? You guys know. So I'm going to use something you guys already know, right? Then let me share something with you. Now, I started off first with mini importation business. Okay, first with bulk SMS business. And I had the bulk SMS platform. It's still on till now, angelicSMS.com. Now, that was the very first online business I had. Now, when I had that platform, angelicSMS.com, that was many years ago, about years back. I didn't really understand why I was going that route until I began to answer some of these questions I'm sharing with you all. Because this is what one of the things that is fast tracking my progress now. Because I've understood these things and it's fast tracking my progress. Now, I didn't know why I was taking that route. I didn't know that by divine orchestration, I was being put through the process of me understanding how to manage users, manage customer-based applications. I did not know. As at the time I had my Bucket SMS website, I did not even know how to design a website. That was years back. I did not even know how to manage. So it was totally new. That website is still on today. I left it on. It's online. If you check the domain, it's still on. I left it online so that I'll remind myself where I started from. Do you get it? Now, fast forward, I entered into the e-commerce business. Okay, digital marketing. Started selling information products. I'm sharing something very strategic with you, and then move down. So somebody might be somewhere looking at, why is this guy doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that? But what you have failed to understand, so that when you are seeing people doing what they are, I've said it many times, don't look at me and say you want to do everything this guy is doing. The truth is that our purpose is different. That's where we need to start off first. So there are life lessons you must learn for every phase. Hey, remember the lie I told you initially that no, you can't skip life process. You can't skip it. It's in process. Now, at that phase of my life, when I was doing those things, I needed to learn a particular thing. There's something I wanted to say now, but I won't say. But just know, every particular phase of you fulfilling purpose, when you discover that journey map, where you are now, that phase you are right now, there is a lesson you must learn to get to the next phase. And there is no way on the universe you can get to the next phase if you've not learned the lesson of this phase. It is wrong. And if you force yourself to the next phase, you are going to land crash. That is why you see a lot of people, they try, you see them, they are moving so fast. They say, where's this guy going? The next thing you hear is boom. He falls, he fails, something goes wrong. He disappears from the whole scene. Nobody is saying about them again. Where are they? No, people don't even understand what happened to such a person. It's because when they were at a particular, you see, some people, they enter leadership role, they become whatever they become in different cadres, might be in an organization or in a country. They go there and mess up. It's because when the phase of them learning how to rule and be a good leader came, they were there perambulating. They were not able to understand that life has structured everything to be in phases. If you're going to become a national leader, life must have brought you to a place where you need to lead a few number of persons. Life must have brought you to where you need a thousands of persons before life will position you to become a leader that will lead thousands of persons. But why they are turning bad leaders is because when they were at the phase of leading 20 persons, they failed to understand how to manage 20 persons. So because they failed, the law of life would retreat against them to prove to them that they can't lead 10,000 when they were not able to lead 500 persons. It is strategic. Learn the lessons of every phase. You can't jump it. You can't jump. You need to learn the lesson of every phase you are. If the phase you are is to manage a business that has just 3 co-workers, manage it. Learn it. How can I manage 3 people and they become the best? How can I manage this business that is paying me 100K right now and I become the best? See, I was telling somebody something that the problem I was discussing with somebody that came to me or sharing something. I was like, the problem you have is not that you cannot handle big businesses or maybe you cannot handle big money. It's because the money you are making right now from this small business you are having, you cannot even manage it. You are earning 20,000 naira every month and you cannot even manage 20,000 naira to become reasonably useful per se. In 1 week of earning your 20,000 naira salary, you are already owing 500,000. How can God now, or how can God now position you to earn 1 million naira? You can't manage the business that is giving you 20,000 naira. You are running affiliate marketing business. It's giving you 50K every month, 50K every week. And at the end of 2 months, we can't see a proof that this guy is. When I see proof, I don't mean you should buy cars and flashy things. No, we can't see a sustainability of you managing that. So how can you now become a millionaire? It is if you force yourself to becoming a millionaire, you become a millionaire overnight and go back being poor again. It is life law. You can't fake it. You can't skip it. Are you guys getting me tonight? If you are getting me right, I'm getting you. Write something. Let me know you guys are with me. The way I will know that you guys are really listening to me is by the comment section. So keep typing on the comment section. Let me know. You can't skip it. So if you don't learn the lesson of this stage and force yourself to the next stage, you will land crash by default. You don't need to pray. There's no prayer or whatever, whether you're a Christian or not a Christian. There's nothing you're going to call on that is going to change it for you. Learn the lesson of this phase, and until you learn the lesson of the phase you are in, you can't move. Life is not going to bring you to the next phase, man. Somebody was telling me this year I want to make my first 1 million naira. Somebody was saying that. I was like, you can't make. It's not about making. You will make the money, but if you can't manage 50,000 naira that you are earning now, and find a way to utilize it and multiply it to 100,000, you can't make 1 million naira. That is life lessons. Discover where you are right now. Learn the lessons of your particular phase now. Learn the lessons, because that is what is going to walk you through the roadmap. So let me give you this. Listen. In the pathway of fulfilling purpose, there are phases. All right. In the pathway of fulfilling purpose, there are phases. Every phase is a journey map. Your journey map is an accomplishment of something that you need to get to your final destination. So see your purpose as the final destination of everything you are doing right now on earth, right? Right now, in your business, in your life, in your academics, in your endeavors, in your family, whether we are married, you have children, whatever you are doing, in your family, see it that way. It is what you're going to, the purpose is the end mark. But now, the phase you are in now is, the journey to your purpose was broken down into phases. And for each phase is a level of accomplishment. For each phase is a level of accomplishment. So there are people now, they are into internet business, but they are not going to be in internet business for the next 5 years. They are just there for 2 years because life wants them to learn a lesson from internet business, and later on they move on to the next thing. I don't know if you guys are with me. It's just like life has brought you. This is the phase of you. So questions you need to ask yourself. Everybody was not called to sell something online. Everybody was not called to be it is not everybody must not be an affiliate marketer. There are people that need to be there forever. There are people that need to be there for now. Learn the life lesson they need to learn and move on to the next phase. But you need to discover purpose. Step number 3. I'm going to round up very soon. Stay with me. Step number 3. Commit and labor to subject. Sorry about that typo. There should be E on that subject. All right, sorry about that. Commit and labor to subject yourself to the dealings of this pathway. Commit and labor. Are you guys still with me? Commit and labor to subject yourself to the dealings of this pathway. So the pathway where we are trading upon to become that which we need to become, to move from where we are to the next big phase, to the next big phase, the next powerful phase, and to the next amazing, great, big, mind-blowing, awesome, whatever big phase, we need to commit first and labor to subject ourselves to the dealings of this pathway. Let me share an experience with you. There are phases in your life. There are phases in your journey. Now, let me show you. There were times, there are times, sometimes, you see me for like 2-3 weeks, or maybe 1 month. You will not see me. There was a time, this year, people stopped seeing me on social media. I was coming on, but I was not really sharing stuff. I was just behind the scene. I was just coming to check what people are doing, and I go back. People were like, Josh, we're not seeing again. You're not sharing content. What's happening? This one, XYZ. Joshua, no live session. Joshua, this one. They did not understand that particular time, there was a dealing that was subjecting myself to because of the next phase that I'm in now. You see the phase I'm in now, right? The phase I'm in now. I had to pay a price behind the scene. People are not getting it. You see, when I say subject, there are times in the journey of you feeling that or getting to the next big phase. Let's say the next big phase. Let's break it down. Let's say the next big phase is to become a multi-millionaire that will have a business that is doing at least 15 to 20 million naira every month. And there is a journey. In the journey, there is a place where you need to pay the price of understanding financial management. Do you get it? Follow me. You cannot be every online and you are learning financial management. You need to go back. I'm going to share a story with you. There is an animal called an eagle. Some of you know this story. An animal called an eagle. Follow me carefully tonight. There's an animal called an eagle. All of us know the bird eagle, right? Eagle is a very awesome creature that God made, right? Very amazing creature that does. There's so many unities about the eagle, right? But one thing that is consistent with eagle that we all, I believe a lot of us already know this, but I'm going to share it. I want to just buttress a point, is that it comes in a point in an eagle's life. We already know that the eagle is one of the birds. In fact, I think it's the only bird that sees very, very far. You can say I don't know the correct figure right now, but I know it's thousands of feet above the ground and see a pin on the floor. That's how sharp the eye of an eagle is, right? If you can check it online now, you confirm some of these things, right? I don't know the thousand of the feet, but I know it's a very, very far feet, and an eagle can stay above the sky and see a pin on the floor. Human eye can't even capture that, but an eagle does that. But the amazing thing is that it comes to a point where that eagle that used to see very far, that can fly above the storm. You know that eagle flies above storm. It doesn't. It goes above. It doesn't come down for storm. It flies above it. We know that one. There's a time it comes to the life of an eagle that he cannot see as far as he can see again. There is a time it comes in the life of an eagle that he cannot fly above storms. When eagles don't fly, they soar rather, right? They follow the move of the wind. They just enter and they begin to soar. That's eagle, right? Now, but it comes to a point that eagle will discover that he needs to flap his wings like this to fly. He will know that there's a problem. What the eagle will do is that the eagle will now go back. It's not if the eagle is an eagle that is married. We already know the life of an eagle is that he's always faithful to the spouse. An eagle, if he's married, doesn't leave the spouse. They're always together 247 every time. That's the lifestyle. That's what we are told. Now, that's the first time you see an eagle, whether he's married or not, will leave the partner and go to a brook. I'm telling you fact. You can Google up this information to prove it. I'm not telling you Bible story. I'm telling you only fact. The eagle will leave the partner, the family, or whoever, any family, anywhere. You leave the fold and go to a brook. Only him. He will stay there, use his beak and use his beak and remove all of his feathers. I'm telling you, fact. Check this thing online. We are in a digital world, so you don't say I'm telling you Bible story. It's fact. Read it. It will remove all of his feathers. The eagle will remove all of his feathers. All of his feathers. He will now take his mouthpick and hit on the rock, and he will keep it until the mouthpick breaks. Now, he will remain there. The only thing he'll be eating is water, and he'll stand under the sun. He will drink water, stand under the sun, until the feathers grow back and another new peak comes out. That is when the eagle will begin to see well again and can soar again. What does this teach you? I want to show you something. That means that no matter how large you are now, there's a time you need to retreat, leave the public, go behind stage, and mount up yourself for the next phase. It is law. So year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, you are showing up. It's fine. But remember, there's a time you need to withdraw from the multitude and go back and feed yourself. Because a man cannot sustain himself when he's always giving out. A man can sustain himself when he's giving out and he's always replenishing what he's giving out. Find time might be regular stuff for you every day, every week, once in a month to replenish the end man. The man, for you to keep on this journey, you need to discover and subject. The dealings might be you staying off for some time. The dealings might be you going to somewhere. The dealings might be you traveling for a program somewhere. When I'm saying this, I mean, it might be you traveling from Enugu to Lagos to just attend an event. I don't know if you guys, when I mean replenish, I don't mean you should go and eat food though. I'm not saying food or you should go. It might be you traveling from here, using your last finances to pay for a conference in Lagos, and you go there to sit to learn. It might be the subjection you have to undergo. The solution might be you need to use the money you're using to eat now to go and buy books and start reading. The suggestion might be you need to use the money you have now instead of using it to flex or using the money you have now to go and buy a car. You go and buy a course and begin to study. I don't know if you guys are getting me. The suggestion might be you instead of using the money you have available to go and pay for whatever you want to buy, whatever clothes wears, might be you go and seek for mentorship from a man. It can be that subjection. But if you skip any of these subjections, you're going to miss process. Commit and labor to subject yourself to the dealings of this pathway. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, say I can hear you. I think I had a little break. If you can hear me, say I can hear you. Let me get it in the comment section. If you can't hear me, comment I can hear you. It's about 2 more points and then we begin to round off. If you can hear me, say I can hear you. All right. So we are in points. Awesome. All right. Good. All right. You can all hear me. Good. So I'm going to share the first point and the last point, and then we round off. It's not going to be a long night. I think we've just been about 44. I told you guys it's not going to be more than 1 hour, and I'm also going to keep to that time. If you are getting value, just drop I'm getting value. If you are getting value, let me know in the comment section while I just share the remaining 2 points. If you're getting value, let me know in the comment section. If you feel like this, what I'm saying is for you, and you feel like you're seeing things you need to implement, let me get a comment in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Oh, Chukwuka says it's getting value. Beautiful. I can hear you. Awesome. Let me know in the comment section. Those who are watching on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere you are watching, let me know. Awesome. If you feel this session was for you tonight, let me know. Let me know. Awesome. 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 One of the things you guys owe tonight is after listening to this words, write it down and begin to execute it. Execute. I don't know why I'm doing this. Is unlike me. I don't normally come on my platforms to teach things like this. I mostly talk about business, sales, and all of those stuff. But I don't know why I'm doing this, but I know it's for someone. And if it's going to help change one person, then I'm eternally grateful to God for giving me the grace to do this, right? So let's move on. Point number 4. Point number 4 in this framework process to unlock your next big phase. This point is very, very strategic. And I'm not going to overemphasize on this, but it's something you should be familiar with, but it's a law that must be fulfilled if you want to get it to the next big phase. Aye, the next big phase. Say, no add phase. This one they heavy. Oh. This one now is heavy. It's heavy. Kind day. You are the one person. This is glorious. All right, that's good. This point number 4 is heavy. It's heavy. We might stay on this point number 4 for like 2 days. I can keep explaining this point number 4 for everybody. This point number 4 is heavy. It's heavy. Hi. If you are ready to hear what I'm about to say, let me get another comment section. See, if you're watching this video on YouTube, if you're watching this video on YouTube, like this video on YouTube. Love it. If you're on Facebook, love it. Click on the share button. I'll wait for you people 1 minute. Click on the share button. I want to share this point for, but click on the share button. If you're on YouTube, click on that. There should be a share button somewhere, right? Let me check. Yeah, there's a share button. Click on that share button now. Copy the link and share it on your WhatsApp status. Go. Let's do it very quickly. Then I'm rounding off. This is point 4, just 5. After this point 5, share point 5, and that's all. We are done for the night. There's nothing else. But this point 4 and 5 is very. I feel like there's one more person that needs to get in contact. I don't know. I'm just saying, Sha. I just feel there's somebody that might want to hear this point 4 and point 5 somewhere. The person is not aware about this. So click on the share button. Click on it now. Copy it, share, and come back. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. The next 1 minute I continue. 1 minute. I wait. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Click on the share button. Just click on the share button now. Just copy the link. If you're on Facebook, click on the share button and share it on your timeline. Share it. You can type something on top of it. If you're sharing it on Facebook, please join this live session. Type it. Copy it. Go to your WhatsApp status now and type. Join this live call now. I'm about sharing points number 4. And this point number 4 is very, very powerful and strategic. I don't want anybody to miss this. Just do it. Put on your WhatsApp status. Might just be one person. Tonight, I'm not after the number of people that join me this class. It's not like I'm coming to sell something. It's just that I'm coming to show you something that is very, very, very that I know that will change your life. So share it. Let people join and let them hear this. Have we done that? If you're ready, say I'm ready. If you have done that, comment on the comment section. Let me know. If you have just shared this link, let me know. If you have just shared this link, let me know. Oh. I feel fulfilled. I don't know. Like I feel like I just passed on something to someone that is going to help somebody. I don't know. Maybe the next 1 year or 2 years or 3 years might be like, this thing that I heard that night to Joshua was talking is what I picked it, and this is the result I'm getting. With that alone, I'm fulfilled, man. If you have done this thing, comment I've done it. I've done it. Let me know. Let me know people are doing it. Now, point number 4. I'm about sharing this thing. I think it's about more 30 seconds when I start. 30 seconds when I start again. 30 seconds I explain point 4 and then point 5 and we go. Nothing more. Just 1 hour. If you have done it, I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. An affirmation. A confirmation. Sorry. we've done it. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Awesome. Awesome. Those watching on Facebook, whatever you're wherever, just click on the share button and then we continue. Just hit the share button and we're good. All right, cool. Let's go. Right. Now, point number 4, connect with the human resources who are gatekeepers of the dimension you need to operate on to get the next phase. Now, I'm going to break this down. This is something that you might not see some of these things in. Listen, there are people who you must pass through to get to where you are going. Fact. We can't. Awesome. Oye More, God bless you. There are people who are gatekeepers of where you are going to. Or the next phase of your life. And you must connect with them. If you don't, bad person or a good person, even bad people understand this thing. You see a bad person, you know that for him to become bad and oppress people more, you need to collaborate with an evil person. You go and look for a bad person like you and say, let's join forces and do this thing. Even in fact, it's like the evil people, bad people are the people that even understand this thing the more. There are people that are called gatekeepers of phases. You see now, let's say I want to become influential or to reach out to a lot of persons. And there are influential people that I need. It's not all of them that I need to go to. There are people that I need to connect with. I need to go. I say, sir, I'm submitting to you. I honor you. When I mean connecting with them, it can be in honor. They are by subjecting and allowing them to mentor you. And the problem about mentoring is not you coming to tell me that, oh, this is a mentor. Plenty talk for this mentor self is the talk of mentorship is plenty. Like, I wouldn't want to start talking about mentorship tonight because the discussion about mentorship is something that I feel like we young people, I'm also a young person, we young people have abused the word mentorship. We have abused it and we are missing the real thing. Mentorship is not buying somebody's course. It's not buying somebody's course. It's not, mentorship is far beyond that. And there are two things that we must separate: mentorship and discipleship. But let me not deviate too much. Now, these people are people you must connect with. They are called gatekeepers. Now, I need to connect with what Chris Annie is doing for me to move on. Fact. I'm saying this publicly, but it is fact. I needed to connect because the gateway I needed to pass through and get where I'm going was tied to me meeting somebody like Chris Annie. I don't know if you guys are getting it. So, the excellency of me moving to my next big phase was tied to one of the people I needed to meet. There are a lot of them, but one people I talk about is Chris. I needed to meet him. I met him in 2020. I met Chris in 2020, and my contact with him was responsible to unlock a major shift just by connecting with him. Just by connecting with him. To be honest, I've not till today. I'm speaking on this live call. Depending on the time you're watching this video, if you're watching playback, I personally have not met Christian face to face since I was born till today. I've not met him face to face, but I saw. Let me share. I'm sharing this in publicly so that you people, when I just want to share something that you guys will know. I shouted him up one day and I was like, sir, I was in a place of prayer and God told me to connect with you. I told him, I said, God, and that was true. I'm being honest with you guys. God told me, see that man. When I was then, I've not even. The first time I heard about him was when John Obidi tagged Chris Annie to one post on Health South Africa. That was in 2020, I mean 2019. I think it's 2019 or so. I just checked his profile that time. I was not really interested. That was it. But in the place of prayer, God said, this guy, you have to connect with him. I said, sir, God said I should connect with you, and I need to submit to you. And this is X, Y, Z. We have some other discussions, and we discuss them. And I submitted because my next phase was tied to a man like that. You must understand it. That is why you are struggling. It's like you are struggling. Nothing is moving. You are reading all the courses. This one is not about buying courses. It's not about reading plenty books. It's about a man that carries something you need, but you need to link up with him. I'm saying this, it might be in a place of business, it might be in a place of academics, it might be in a place of family, relationship, or whatever. But there is somebody you need to hook up with that will be a gatekeeper that will unlock your next gateway to your next phase. This stage 4 is very powerful, and there's no way you can bypass it. There's no way you can bypass it. It's very powerful and strategic. Very powerful and strategic. Discover those people. You might know that I'm saying Christianity doesn't mean you should go and meet Christianity. I'm not saying it's Christianity that is. You need to find where you are going. Sometimes for us that as me now, that's a Christian, Joshua, we need to discover something in the place of prayer. Say, God, show us who is the person. Say, this person. Go and meet this person. Say, okay, go and meet the person. You need to discover these people. It might be in your office, it might be your department, it might be in your school, it might be your lecturer. It might be, I said, when I was in school, listen, when I was in school, there was the lecturer that God said, connect with this lecturer. He's going to be responsible for your financial breakthrough while you're in school. Some of the jobs I was doing while I was in school, I'm talking about how many years ago? Some of the jobs I was doing as a student, jobs, I was a software developer then, I was programming for one, was from a lecturer that was paying me 200k, 300k. There was one we even did for a foreign client that paid us in plenty money. I was still a student, but God said, connect with this man. The man did not. How did I? Like, I'm sharing something with you guys. How did I connect with the man? The man came to class one day. I was teaching. He was just looking at me. After the class, I just went and greeted him. Sir, good day, sir. I said, fine, well done. He was a new lecturer there. So I greeted him. I said, good day, sir. So next time, anytime he comes to class, I would make sure that I'm paying attention to his work, because I already knew that my next big phase was tied to this man. So if I don't pay attention to the work, that's when you hear me say honor people, it means pay at that, as in anything they are saying, you are listening. You are paying attention. It's just like somebody that will slide into my data, somebody that came the other day and say, Josh, I want you to mentor me. I said, okay. Me, I'll just tell you, okay, fine. And that's how I'll tell you. It's not about you coming to it's not that. God told me that meet for that lecture. I in contact with him. What the man did for me while I was a student, he doesn't know me from Jupiter. He was a new lecturer. We don't have a relationship, and I don't have time to communicate with lecturers. Then I was not keeping lecturer friends because I don't have time for those things. I only just come to class, write tests, write quiz, and whatever I need to write, I do it and just leave school, man. I didn't have time for all of those school, meet lecturer, follow lecturer, go out. No, I didn't have time for all of those stuff. But just God said, this one, I had to follow him. My story, my success story while I was in school is also tied to that man, because I had to connect with him. So there are men who are gatekeepers of where you need to go. So there are things you need, by default, you cannot access them, but you need someone who is operating in a level that you are not there right now. Connect with him. He will pick you up and raise you. This is one of the fastest way to get to your next big phase. Listen to them, obey, follow. You see, some of us is that when we look at men, you might not necessarily need to agree with everything they are saying. I don't know if you guys get me. You might not need to obey everything they are saying. Might not be, but some of the things that you are saying might be contrary to what your belief system. But that's not the point. The point, you need to connect, link up with them, and that way you are going to fast track your movement to the next phase. It is a law. I'm saying whether you're a good person, bad person, ugly person, whatever you are, this law is true. Look for, connect with the human resources who are gatekeepers. Like someone that is holding a key to your needs, your next phase. I need to open this gate for you now, but you cannot. You don't have you have not been here before, so you don't have the key. You don't even know how to open the gate. You need someone that have been there and have passed through there to unlock the gate for you to enter. See it that way. That is the law of number 4. When you connect with them, your movement becomes speedy, fast, speedy and fast. Speedy and fast. If you guys are getting something, comment. I'm about to show you the last step of this whole thing. The last step. If you're ready for the last step, comment, I am ready. If you're ready for the last step, comment, I'm ready. I don't know why I'm teaching this thing. Like, if you ask me on a normal day, I would not want to teach this thing on a live call like this. Like, I'll ask myself, Joshua, why would you want to teach this? But I don't know why I'm doing it tonight. But maybe it's for somebody, 1 or 2 10, I don't know who. But tonight, I just feel like I should share this with you all. And I know somebody somewhere will hear this, watch this video, and see remarkable and tremendous change. Point number 5. Those who just joined lately, you might need to watch this video again from the beginning. I shared a massive stuff. This video will be on my YouTube channel. It will be on my handles. You can watch all of these things. My eye is being. Somebody said My eye has been opened. That is why we are here. All right. So this video will be on my handles. You can watch them over and over. If you want to download it, call you can download. It's not a problem. But the truth is, make sure you follow through what I've shared in this video. I'm going to share the last point. Excuse me. I'm going to share the last point. But just before I do the last one, I would like you guys to understand something. And I'm going to retread this. Life is in phases and it's in process. I've spoken for 1 hour now. Wow. Life is in phases and in processes. And you cannot negate the fact that you must pass the test of phase for you to go to the next phase. But the one of the ways you can use to fast track that test phase is number one thing. I'm going to go through this point very quickly for those that don't join again. Before I share the last one. One, understand and uncover your purpose. Number two, which is very important, discover the pathway you are, learn the lessons and the experience of the phase you are. If not, you cannot move on to the next phase. So deal with where you are now first. Then number three, I said, commit and labor to subject yourself to the dealings of the pathway. You need to, sometimes it might be a painful dealing. I mean it. And I mean painful, when I say this, it might be that your own dealing is that you after graduating, or you will not get admission for 4 years. There are people that their own is like that. You will not get admission. It's not that you don't know book, or maybe something is wrong with you. You know book, you are passing jam, but for 4 years you don't have admission. It's not that per se. Understand me, Sha. It's not that you are not reading book, or maybe sometimes they'll say it's a family or village people. It might not be village people. It might just be that God wants you to use that 4 years and become something. I'm going to share something with you guys. Listen to this. I don't know why I went back to point 3, but somebody needs to hear this. The first course I studied while I was in school was electrical electronics engineering. Listen to this now. I studied engineering, electrical electronics. That was the very first program I did. But midway, I was in where, in fact, my last result as an engineer resident then was distinction. I had distinction. So it wasn't like I was not doing well. I was performing very well, very well. It's dawned on me that no, there's something wrong. I won't continue from here. I've learned something I need to learn for the 2 years I've been here. I need to move on. I said, okay, fine. I shifted. That was how I moved. I graduated as a computer science student anyway. But I spent 2 years in engineering department. But at the first I was like, why would even God allow me to go through these 2 years like this? Like, why would I be doing engineering? But later on I discovered that the lessons and the connection I got when I was doing that 2 years, when I was 2 years as an engineering student, is one of the things that is helping me now. Connections, contact, individuals I met now. It's still helping me now that I'm talking to you. Lessons learned. So that year was not a waste. Pandemic came, people were shouting, but pandemic turned people to billionaires. Pandemic made people to realize that they need to sit their ass down. They need to sit down somewhere and study and do this and do X, Y, Z. Some people did not know that in 2020 they will become what they are. They became in 2020. Some people did not know it. Some people did not know that in 1 year less they can become what they have become. It's because the pandemic came, people understood that this is a phase of my life that I need to subject myself to learning the dealings of this time and move on to the next phase. They subjected themselves and boom, seeing their names everywhere. It is the subjection. Are you guys with me? If you're with me, comment I'm with you. If you're with me, say I'm with you. Let me get it in the comment section. I'm running off with the last part of this thing now. I'm gonna share the last part. The point number 5 that I ran off is already 1 hour, and I said I will not speak more than 1 hour. It's already 1 hour, and I'm going to end it here. All right. All right. Point number 5. Hey, point number 5. This is point number 5. And in point number 5, I wrote nothing. There's actually nothing in point number 5. But this is the truth about point number 5. Point number 5 is a step that only you knows. Only you. That last step is me. That last step is you. That last step is only you. Only you that knows that last step. Just for a moment, everybody on this live call, just for a moment, listen, keep calm. I'm going to keep quiet for like 30 seconds. Think about where you are right now in your life. If you're in this live call with me, I'm going to go to solo mode. If you're in this call with me, wherever you are, whether in Lagos, whether in Nigeria or not in Nigeria, whether you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching me right now, wherever you're watching me right now, I want you to do something. Think about where you are, the point you are right now in your life. Just think about it for a moment. Think about, just stay still, think about it. Look at where you think you should be or where you want to be. Just very quick exercise. Look at it. Now begin to think about it. Think. Just relax. You necessarily don't need to type right now. Just at the quietness of your soul, think about it. Where you are right now and where you want to be. It might be as simple as you want to become the next president. I don't know. I'm just saying, or you want to become whatever it is. You already know. Picture that next big breakout for you. Where is it? Now picture where you are now. Now, let these two images you have in your mind guide you through the journey you need to take through. Let these two stages in your life now guide you through these two pictures in your mind and guide you through this process and the journey you need to walk through. The process from where you are now, the next phase to where you know you need to be. There is a step in between this journey from where you are right now to where you need to be. There is a step. The last step here is only you that will discover it. But you can only discover it when you get there. So why you journey through step 1, 2, 3, 4? No, there's an invisible step that when you get there, you will then know that you need to unscramble this puzzle. Some people, it might just be them helping somebody, might be the last phase, and they will break. You see their breakout. It might just be that. I want to share something. My dad, I'm going to use my dad as an example for this. My dad went to a secondary school. When he was in secondary school, because of the civil war then, I'm sharing a real life story, but I'm talking about my own father. Because of the civil war then, all of them, during the civil war, Biafra war, everybody lost their house and everything, it was so devastating there. So they had to go back and start school again from the beginning. You get that? So when he entered secondary school then, he was opportune, though he was then my grandfather and my mom, grandmother was not, everybody was just trying to recover from the shock of the civil war. So they didn't have a lot of resources. He was actually the only child that was able to get back to school immediately after the war. So he had only one school uniform. I'm sharing my own father's story. He's as funny as that. He had only one school uniform in secondary school. And he was a prefect. Now, though he was a prefect, he had only one. So because he was a prefect, they gave him a special corner. It was a hostel arena, boarding school. Because you know how senior prefect, people are in SS3, then it was standard 6 or so. They give them a special corner, special bunk, and all those stuff. So there was this guy, he was telling me the story. In fact, this guy that he was telling us about, I've actually met the person. Now that I'm grown, I've met the person and I've had a conversation with the person. I'm being serious. This man I'm talking about saw my ad one day, my Facebook ad one day. I was on Facebook, I saw my face. He recognized my face and my father's face. He called the number on the ad and said, I'm so and so person. You remember me? I said, yeah. I'm telling you, real true life story. I'm talking about you. So there was this guy. He was going from also a home, or he did not have the resources to afford what he could eat on campus or in school. So what my dad was doing then as a prefect, because prefects will have a bigger portion of food. When they give him food, he will share it and give to him. The guy did not have a place to lie down in the hostel. He was squatting. My dad was squatting him on his corner. He would allow him to lie down on his bed because he was a prefect. He had the bigger space. He never knew that this guy he was helping was the key to his next big phase when he would be in medical school. He got stuck in medical school because he was run. I'm telling you my father's story. I'm saying he has shared it openly many times. And I'm saying I don't know why I'm sharing this story. He was in medical school on scholarship, federal government scholarship at level 300. Medical school is very costly, right from the one. Level 300, federal government withdrew the scholarship. My parents, my grandparents were still trying to recover from the civil war, so there was nothing tangible to sponsor somebody in a medical school in Lagos State, then in Lagos, Unilag. So federal government withdrew their scholarship at level 300. He was almost looking at finishing. He was moving to level 400. So level 400, the only option he had was to quit because there was no money to sustain him for extra 2 years. Scholarship withdrawn, parents no money. There's no money coming from anywhere. No uncle, no auntie. Civil war just finished. People are just recovering. So where is the money coming from? He was in his room crying. I'm talking about real life story. He was in his room crying and weeping. Crying and weeping, and was like, God, if it's how I'm going to live here and go back to the village and become a village after 3 years, moving to 400 level in a medical school, I'm going to lose everything and then go back, and everybody's looking out for the first doctor to graduate and come and help the family. Then medical doctor was a very bigger thing than it is right now. He was crying that night. In fact, it came to a point that he will come out to the street of Lagos and be like, God, even if it's a car to jam me, let it just jam me, let me die. I mean, it came to that point. I'm telling you, real life. I'm talking about my own father many years ago. Now, fast forward, in the middle of his trial, he had a knock one day in his hostel. He was a medical editor in his campus there, so he had one room to himself. And then high institution then was very sweet because their hostel was very awesome as compared to what hostels are now in Nigerian schools. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Now, he had a knock on his door. It was the same guy he was helping in secondary school. He did a 3-year course then and had graduated and I started working and made money. That was the guy that still came back, looked at as if the long story how that guy located him. It was a very long story. He says he was asking questions, they directed until he got to where he was staying in school, came to his hostel, that was the guy that helped sponsor his finishing year in medical school. And then when he graduated, they had to pay him back anyway. But if he did not help that guy in secondary school, nobody would have helped him there. That last step I wrote for you guys, step 5, it is something you yourself, nobody need to tell you. It might be just you helping somebody now. So that when you get to that phase, it might be someone that will sign a signature for you for a big contract that will take you to your next phase to be somebody you help today. It might be as simple as that. It might be someone you are going to talk to, somebody you are going to link up with a job right now, and when you link you to a bigger job. It might be as simple as that. It might be anything. It might not really be you helping somebody. It might be something very different. But discover it yourself and make sure you do it. Because life is governed by law. And if you obey the law of life, everything you need will be attracted to you. I don't know if you guys were blessed tonight. If you got value, just drop a comment in the comment section and say I got value. Let me get a comment in the comment section. I don't know why I'm going this route. This is very, very unlike me. Like on a regular, they won't just come on live session like that and be teaching some of these things, But I feel like God just want me to share it for someone. If you were blessed or you got value, just drop a comment in the comment section. I just want to round off right now. I'm done. And while you are going tonight, I'm just going to make, of course, just a general prayer for everybody, and then you just go. If you're blessed tonight, just say I was blessed. You can tell me, write anything you feel like awesome. Write something on the comment section. And one of the things you can do for me, all right, one of the things you can do for me is to encourage people to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media and all of these platforms. And sometimes when I receive this kind of steering again, I might come back and teach more about stuff that have to do with our personal life and development. All right. So make sure you share it, share the link. If you got value, I would like to get some feedback on social media. You can go on Facebook and tell me how you felt about tonight's session. I would like to get those feedbacks. I'd like to know how you felt, and I'd like to know one of the things that is. You can share with me on Facebook. Type me on Facebook. This was what I shared this night, and this is what really touched you. This was what you resonated with. Stuff like that. I'd like to know some of these things. While it's good for me to see it, is also going to encourage me to know that I actually helped and talked to somebody out there, and I feel like I imparted something. So I shared for those who joined later on. I don't know at the stage you joined, but no matter the stage you join, I was sharing 5-step framework you can use to fasten your growth. And if you missed it, you can watch back. This video will be on these platforms. You might keep watching it. But if you were blessed, just drop me a comment on Facebook, tag me and tell me, Joshua, when you were saying this was what I learned. This was what resonated. This was something strategic, and I want you guys to really put it to work. And I feel it's going to bless your lives, right? Thank you very much for showing up. And I pray that God Himself, in His infinite wisdom and grace, will sustain you all through every phase you are in. Will give you every resource you need. I pray that God provide for you, and God will guide you through your pathway and your journey to greatness. God bless you all for showing up tonight. May God be with you all in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, and have a wonderful night rest. Goodbye. Bye. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Thank you, Carlo, Prince. Thank you, Mustafa, Mobilonia Yusuf. Thank you for showing up. Won't be a favor. Thank you, Mustafa Biodun. Thank you for showing up. Emmanuel Adja. Thank you for showing up. Abraham Ekuma. Everybody. Courage. That was so amazing. Thanks for showing up. Everybody. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you for showing up. You can copy the link of this video on my social media handles on YouTube. Share with people. Tell people to go and watch this video. If you feel like it's going to help people, and I'm sure you know it's going to help people, copy the link. Tell people go and watch this video on Joshua's YouTube channel. Go and, if you have mentees, you are mentoring. If you have people in your WhatsApp groups, in your communities where you are training people or whatever you are doing, and you feel like this video is going to help them, copy the link. Why not? Put it in those groups, WhatsApp groups. Share it. People go and watch this video. Go to your Facebook, repost it, post it on Facebook. Say people go and watch this video. Let more persons watch this video and let them be blessed as well. All right. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate this session with you all tonight, and I really appreciate it. All right. Thank you guys, and good night.